To begin, we'll start by tossing 40 slices of white bread into a bowl. Now to soak all that bread, we're gonna go in with 1/2 gallon of whole milk.
That's our trick to get a juicy chicken nugget. The cows are working really hard for this. Now mush it up and let it rest.
Between these 48 eggs and our 40 pounds of chicken, we're gonna be using close to 60 whole chickens today.
To begin, we'll crack 40 eggs.
Lynja, this is a lot of chickens. I feel kind of bad about this.
Yeah, me too.
Once our eggs are all ready, it's time to whisk them up.
Mix freaking faster, Nick.
I'm trying, Lynja. That's what good.
Omelet sounds like. We got the mega bowl.
What you're looking at right here is 40 pounds of ground chicken. And now into our bowl we go.
What are you doing, Nick? Frosting a cake?
This has to be one of the more nasty looking things we've ever made in the kitchen, Lynja.
Oh, yes. And now it's seasoning time.
We're gonna start out with some onion and garlic powder. 2 whole jars of Osmo.
A bunch of fresh cracked pepper. How long do I have to do this?
Keep going, Lynja.
My shoulder.
Now it's finally time to combine everything and make that giant nugget. First things first, we'll pour in all of our eggs.
And in we go with our soggy bread.
And now we mix. In order to bake this chicken nugget, since it's so large, we had to make a special contraption, and that's where Chef Bill comes in. Like that kind of thing?
Sure, yeah.
Or we just go.
Well, just because it wasn't as wide, but let's do another one. Yeah, absolutely.
Right?
Yeah, that'll work.
And now, I'm not sure if you remember this from our last Guinness World Record, but it's time to spread.
Take it.
Finally, it's time to fill up our mold and shovel it all in.
Lynja, I feel like a construction worker right now.
Not gonna meet quota, better hurry up. Give me the darn shovel. If you want a job done right, you better do it yourself.
Got it.
That is one big nugget.
To finish things up before we put it in the oven, we're gonna crack a few more eggs into a bowl.
And now it's time to do some painting.
We're basically gonna paint our egg wash across the entire chicken nugget so that we have something for the breadcrumbs to adhere to when we start baking. I've made a lot of dino nuggets in my time, but never have I used a paintbrush.
What are you, Jackson Pollock?
Now to finish things off, we'll do a light and gentle sprinkle of breadcrumbs across the entire nugget.
We'll do a nice mix of breadcrumbs that Nick did, and then some of these tangled breadcrumbs too.
If you can't tell, this nugget is almost as big as Lynja, which means we can't bake it in our oven at home.
So we're gonna take it up the road and bake somewhere else.
Believe it or not, it's surprisingly hard to find somebody.
Now slow down, Nick. You're gonna enter the poor chicken nugget. The poor chicken nugget, slow down. Don't ever try like that again.
These are the fancy ovens we're gonna be using, which will hopefully cook the nugget through, and also faster, because in our testing it took 12 hours.
Open her up.
And finally, in we go.
It's in the oven, so now we wait. It's time to cut off the edges and bread the sides.
At this point, we're gonna paint up all the sides of our gigantic nugget with egg wash so that we can stick breadcrumbs to the side, make the whole thing look like a well-composed nugget. Now back in the oven to get it nice and golden brown.
Hector has to take his final temperature.
So this has to be at least 165, or it has to go back in the oven.
What is it?
175.
We made it. So first things first, we're gonna lift the whole nugget over onto a new tray because we have to remove all this excess stuff to be able to weigh just the chicken nugget itself. Now for our final measurement.
That's 20.975 kilograms. Big nugget. That's a good nugget.
Congratulations, you're officially amazing.
Now that we have the record, it's time to celebrate.